is going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 38 of Littleroot Lessons. As always, I'm your host, Carter Noble, joined by our fantastic co-host, Carl Wilkin. What's up, dude?
We've just begun our PokePod Cup. This is where, I say just begun. The first elimination rounds have just ended as the uploading of this recording goes.
Yeah, so, again, we record Thursdays, upload Mondays. I played my matches Wednesday, all 5 of them, because my pod was great. And luckily, one of the other guys in the pod was moving. He's like, hey, I'm not going to get internet until Wednesday.
So I need to do everything that day.
He's like, if we can do everything that day, that works. I'm like, well, conveniently, that works for me. So everyone else is like, okay.
Yeah.
So our group was really quiet, and then all of a sudden, just everything filled.
Yep, everything was right then and there. Your group was the first group to finish. There was a lot of groups that got really, really close.
And are just missing like 1 or 2,
yeah.
I think.
There's a couple that are real close to being done, and they're probably wrapping up tonight or tomorrow. And then there's some groups that have like 2 games done, and they're all playing this weekend.
Well, to be fair, I mean, our group was kind of like that too, where we had like 2 games done. Just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But
so thankfully, we were able to get most of this taken care of, and we have a nice little data graphic here on screen right now for everyone.
Did we not show this last week?
No, because we didn't have it last week.
Did we not?
We didn't have this last week, no.
Oh yeah, because we didn't actually start until Saturday.
After we recorded.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
Cool.
And we had it that next day.
Cool.
So, yeah.
So, huge shout-outs to Evan. Thank you, as always, man, for everything you do, including this fantastic, wonderful infographic for us. We also have like individual Pokemon usage stats from Tim, because Tim's amazing and wrote an actual program for us.
Yeah, so we'll get to dive into that too.
Yeah, well, so we know literally everything that we need to know about these teams, and
which is great.
Great, it's amazing.
It's nice having access to all this data on the back end instead of being like on the front end and like trying to figure it out afterwards.
Yeah.
I unfortunately didn't play. I had work come up, so I wasn't able to play.
Yeah, you had a ton come up all at once.
Oh yeah, it is just the end of the world right there this past week.
So as a result, I ended up playing still. I did okay.
Yeah, okay is an understatement. 5-0'd his entire group.
To be fair, I should not have. There was my first match, which all my matches are going to be on YouTube by the time this comes out. The first 2 matches got uploaded Thursday today.
Yeah, they're uploaded as of recording today. They were on YouTube today.
And the first match, I end up winning 2-1 because my opponent tries to stall out the game with Hail to kill off my Moltres with their Heatran, which is faster than my Moltres.
They didn't know.
And, the worst part is like there was a game previously where I thought they were at +1, and I also was at +1, and I outsped them.
Mm-hmm.
But it might have been that they were, if I remember correctly, they went for their Dynamax went Airstream Knuckle. Like, actually thinking about it now, and I got an Electro Web off in there somewhere. So then I was at +1, they were not. They were at neutral, yeah. Which would make sense when I would outspeed them. But it really concerns me that how fast their Heatran was, because it's not that fast compared to Moltres, right?
I believe Moltres is a base 100. And
what is Heatran?
And our set for Moltres wasn't very fast.
We
were slow, bulky, and relying on Airstreams to actually outspeed people. Heatran's max speed, I think,
Heatran is base 77.
Yeah.
So they had to be...
They had to have maxed.
I would be very surprised if that's not the case.
Oh, I forgot I have Pikalytics on my phone now, so if I ever have anything, I can just open up the app. This is great. Pikalytics guy, I can't remember your name now. I think it's Greg, Jeff, I don't remember.
I could not actually tell
whoever it is, Tofu talks about you every once in a while. Greatly appreciate you having it on Android now. This is great.
So Moltres with 0 speed investment like we are is 110 because we're based in 90.
Because we're based 90.
Heatran at max investment without nature gets to 129, which would make sense, but I just don't understand why you would invest in speed on Heatran.
I don't know. Let the man invest in speed.
Sure, whatever.
Because he didn't know his speed tiers.
I'll take it.
That's what it is, and that's where it comes down to is you need to know your speed tiers and you need to know everything else. Sorry,
and that's the worst updates. Part. My Coco was speed crept to outspeed Garchomps, and then I ran into a lot of things that are naturally faster than Garchomp, and I'm just like,
should have just went max speed.
Like, I really hope you're not invested in speed. Nope.
Okay.
Sorry, Coco, you tried, buddy. The number of games where I'm just like, Coco, you are a distraction this game.
Technically a distraction.
I actually have my stats from the actual tournament as well. I kept track of games brought and all that as well.
Oh yeah, you have this monster data set.
Moltres went 24-5.
That's insane. That's so.
I think at one point it was 14-1. It's like it single-handedly won me like the first 3 matches or whatever.
That's insane.
Coco was the most brought Mon at 12. Comfey and Moltres are both at 8. At 10.
So every time you brought Moltres, you probably brought.
I also brought Comfey. Okay. Yeah.
A lot of my games where I played with it, I actually didn't have to bring Comfey all the time. It was nice to have it, but I didn't have to bring it.
Well, that's the thing is like majority of the games I would do like Entei Coco with Comfey and Moltres in the back, and just like if I needed to stall out turns, I can just have usually Coco goes down first because they don't like the idea of being electric spammed, but my Coco's support. But,
yeah, they don't know that until afterwards.
Yeah, until after the first screen goes up. So then normally what happens is Comfey comes out and just heals Entei until I decide, alright, it is safe for Moltres to come out and do its thing.
So Dynamax is done, or weakness is gone away, like let's get Moltres out there, set it up, do its thing. Which Moltres does its thing very, very well. This set is, I did the Cal Explorer, is super bulky.
Metagross is the only one that had a 100% win rate.
Yep. I mentioned that when I saw all your data. It's like Metagross had a 100% win rate.
4-0. Just absolutely insane. And like the games where I brought it, it single-handedly won me the game.
Oh, of course.
Metagross
is real good at doing that.
There was a game where I had Milotic at +5 special attack. That game was really weird because my opponent had Nature's Madness on their Feeny, which I'm just like, oh, that is real bad for me because I got him to like -5 special attack or whatever because of Snarl next to Entei. It's like, really need you to not click Muddy Water so I can get my Milotic healthy again because it was at like 11 HP at one point. It's like, all right, time to hit recover a lot. And then they're over here hitting Nature's Madness. I'm like, I'm fine with this. I still gain HP, so
yeah. So, if for those that may not know, Nature's Madness halves your HP
of your current HP. It doesn't do 50%. It does 50% of your remaining HP.
Yeah, it's like a super thing.
And there was at one point where I was at like 101 HP, where enough where I would live on 1. It was like, okay, well, this game is actually over now. You're going to take 4 turns to give me to 1 HP. I have 4 turns with a +5 Milotic. We will be fine.
Yeah, we'll get there. So
I think Entei ended up getting the KO in that game because Sacred Fire.
Yeah.
I know it ended up getting burnt, and I can't remember who caused the burn, but the burn is what won me that game.
Well, someone did it.
It was one of the two.
Well,
I can't remember who it was.
So, yeah. Make sure you go check out the videos there. They'll be up on YouTube.
They're long videos. They're
very long, but they're actual best of 3 matches.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's good. It's good content.
They're replacing the laddering matches for the other 2 videos of the laddering from last week with the Comfey Moltres team that I played, and I gotta say this team is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Not enough people respect Moltres.
Oh no. Most of the time, like, the Moltres counters you see are like Rock Slide on Lando or like Rock Slide on T-Tar, and that's about it. Like, most electric types in this series are screen setters, so they actually don't have any damage to do.
I actually had 2 T-Tar Dracovish teams in my pod, And I'm just like, oh my lord, these are going to be awful. I don't know how I'm going to beat these. And like game 1 against the first one, they bring out like Dusclops Tyranitar. It's like, okay, obviously you're going to set Trick Room, go for Bulldoze, trigger Policy, do your thing. Like they do, but I get the burn off. Mm-hmm. And so then it just sits there and doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then they switch out, and then it's just like, all right, well, now you're actually burnt with zero buffs on you. Dusclops doesn't do anything on its own. Like, this is fine. And then game 2, I think I ended up losing game 2 of that match. Game 3, they bring Dracovish T-Tar. Uh-huh. It's like, well, this is terrifying.
That's the scary. Yeah, like,
that's this is absolutely terrifying. Because I led Comfey Moltres. Because I'm like, if they lead Dusclops, I have Taunt, so that's a non-issue. Mm-hmm. If they lead Dracovish, I can outpace them, maybe?
Yeah.
So I ended up just, like, Draining Kiss into Vicious Rend on my Moltres. I'm just like, I really need to live this hit. I'm at, like, 45% or whatever. Just under Berserk. I'm like, oh, you're out of here.
Bang.
Go away.
Be gone, Dracovish.
So then Tyranitar maxes the next turn and smashes it. I'm like, that's fine. I do not care.
Yep. Did his job.
I one-shot your
Was
Dracovish.
that one of the games that Metagross came in and probably cleaned up?
I think Milotic came in.
Yeah.
Because both of the T-Tar Dracovish teams were pretty weak to Milotic. I'm just like, if I can successfully stall out their Dynamax and bring in Milotic successfully and just take over the game that way, that's great. It was another game where I think it was against the other one. They went for like a Max Darkness into my Metagross or whatever. I'm just like, okay, that's fine. It obviously doesn't do a lot because we're both Dynamax, so they're gonna do it again. I'm gonna just switch in Milotic. Got him.
Did it. Yeah.
I think that might have been the game I got to +5.
That probably sounds about right, yeah.
Because it got another random stat drop or something, like Electro Web or something, and just like, alright, well, you know what's happening.
But yeah, so outside of Carter's experience, a lot of Littleroot guys are doing really, really well. I think as of this moment, we are a collective 31-21 against non-Littleroot opponents.
Yep. Puts us at a 58.8%.
Something close to that.
Yeah, pull up your sticky note. You literally have
got a win, so we're up to 31-21.
Oh,
clean. So it should be a clean 60, somewhere close to that, 59 something. Should be very, 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 very
30 what?
31-21. We're waiting on. We're getting updated as we go.
59.61.
Yeah.
Not quite enough to say 70, but I will take it.
You mean 60?
What did I say?
70.
I mean, we can say it's 70. It's close enough.
So yeah, Jiggly's playing his last game right now. Last one that matters anyway.
Yeah, I believe it.
No, this is the last one. This is his last one.
I believe if Jiggly wins, they've made top cut as well.
Yeah, Jiggly wins. He's in. Jiggly's group also has LTPZ, who was part of that Gearchu thing that got started.
Who was it? I think it was one of the ATX guys posted on their private chat, and they're like, next time, I'm going to prep for Gearchu.
Yeah, just everyone brought it, so this is great. Let me see if I can find the right group here.
I know Xenos 4-0.
Yeah, Xenos 4-0, Evans 3-0 currently. Captain Unova is who's in our Discord, is currently repping for Pokesports, but he's also 3-0 in Evans group. So that's a battle of titans there. I mean,
they're both very good players.
That's for sure. I have on our screen here Jiggly's group here. There are three ones at the moment. There are 4 people who can pass on through this group.
Wow. This is
2 games to play.
This is insane.
One of them is being played right now between Jiggly and the Hopkinsville Goblin. And then
I don't think Adam has any way of advancing.
He does. There is one scenario where Adam gets enough point where Adam ends up being the higher 3-2 and makes it out.
I'm assuming it involves Jiggly losing 2-0 and then LTPZ also losing 2-0, I think would do it. And that would put Hopkinsville and Adam at...
It actually depends. Did LTPZ beat Adam, or did he lose to Adam? He lost to Adam.
Okay.
So Adam holds the tiebreaker over LTPZ. So LTPZ has to win this match. Or get a game off of Gil. And then he's locked. If he gets a game off Gil, he's locked, no matter what. Then Adam would fall down to second place. It would fall behind LTPZ no matter what, even if he lost or won or whatever.
Swede was giving me a hard time because I didn't win mine a clean 10-0. Just like, look, man.
I believe Swede is currently on pace for that. So
Lord.
he has all the room to talk. Let me see if I can find his.
Someone on like General was posting it.
Yeah, he's currently on pace for a clean 10-0.
Yeah, he's only played 2 matches.
But he's not dropped anything. That's the only reason why I can say that he hasn't dropped anything yet. I actually haven't seen Evan's games. Like, is his
I haven't either, actually. Knowing Evan, they're probably all 2-0s.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
They were asking us earlier about, it was earlier in the week, if we had to, like, pick players who to talk about and whatnot. I'm just like, Evan, Jiggly, Zeno, Carter. There's a few others.
Like, there's like a list of, like, how many people we have signed up? Yeah, that many? They're all...
like, they're all really good players.
Come on, Zeno, over here dropping a game.
Dropped a game to Tofu, but that's the only person to get a game on it, is Tofu.
You know what? I'll take it. That's fine.
The other, is this one? Nope. Okay. Slow got a game off Not Eric, who is the current undefeated player in his group. So, shout outs to that. He's the only person to get a game off Not Eric. That's keeping Slow from being dead last in his group.
Hey, I'll take it.
He actually Slow managed to do that both times against his opponents. So.
That's sweet. I also know he's very new to VGC.
Yeah.
This is his first actual tournament.
Yeah.
You know.
So the fact that he's getting 2-1 instead of 2-0'd is good for him.
I like his future. We'll put it like that.
Back to this group of death here. My goodness.
This pod is insane.
I'm just waiting. We're waiting with bated breath on Jiggly's matchup to return. So while we wait for that information to come back to us, I'm gonna just clear that out. Okay, that's another LRL match getting ready to start here in a little bit.
Cool.
Like I said, we are about just shy of 60% against non-LRL opponents, and this would put us at a total 41-31 against the whole field.
56.9.
So, still doing really good.
Yeah, I mean...
overall, we're just ahead. We're just winning.
That's such a good feeling.
Oh, yeah. PokeSports, I know a lot. I was like everyone, all of them were just like starting to smack talk and whatnot.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the chat at the very, very beginning before anybody started playing, just like, oh, we're going to sweep. We're going to do this and that.
It's like sheer numbers say you're going to have people in Top Cut.
Yeah. But so far, it's the ones you're going to get in are the ones where you have 5 of your players in, because you're going to get 1 for sure.
There was one group where
it's all PokeSports. There's one group that's all
5, and then like 1 ATX, and just like the ATX is like 3-0 or whatever.
Yeah,
just like
ATX
okay, cool,
cleaning them up. There's one PokeSports group where they're all PokeSports, so it's like you're guaranteed 2 out of that one. But it's good to see that like out of our 22 players, we have so many like able to move on to Top Cut. Same with ATX. ATX, I've been watching their Monday friendlies.
Same. I've watched them a lot the last couple weeks,
and they're great to watch. I enjoyed the double greeted match. That was
I haven't watched it.
It's a lot of fun because it's a lot of just like, here's my bulky normal type versus your bulky normal type. What are we going to do?
I also know Adam has religiously played greeted since it Gen 8 came out. And I know they were talking about it on Discord. I forget which Discord, but he's like, yeah, this belly drum, and after you're at +6, it doesn't really matter what you click. It's going to do a lot of damage.
Just hit something.
It's like the best part is people don't realize how wide of a move pool greeting gets. So it can do a lot.
It has a lot at its disposal. So yeah, we ended up with 90 total players, broke those down into 15 groups of 6, which that makes a nice clean set up there. If we had gotten any more than 90, we would have to have another group and break them down into groups of 5, and it's just been a little bit weird. But out of So we just got all this data here. Where do you want to start with this stuff? Like, do you want to talk about Pokemon usage? Do you want to talk about these pairs?
Yeah, let's start with these pairs. I know, obviously, so the way this works is the pairing under the group is their most represented group. So, obviously, we had a bunch of guys bring Garachu. Not surprised to see that that's our
I
most
think
paired.
6 of our 22 teams that got brought had Garachu on them, or 7 or something like that. So it's a third. A third of them ended up being Garachu. Not surprised at all that that's our most common.
Also, not really surprised to see that Feeny Metagross is the most popular out of Pokesports. Like,
they did a lot of building together,
but also the best 2 Mons, let's throw them on a team together.
Yeah, like that's just common sense. And then, actually, I'm also not surprised that it's Kartana and T-Tar.
Is it weird to you that the Texas group brings the sand teams?
I was working on it before, and it's whatnot, but I'm not surprised, honestly.
Same. Like I said, I played against this pairing twice yesterday, and I didn't see Kartana at all. I know one of them had Mamoswine. It's like, man, that thing is terrifying.
Oh, yeah, no.
Please do not bring it in and run it twice.
Mamoswine is great on these sand teams for sure, just because it's just like it covers all your extra weaknesses you have to worry about. It covers Landorus, it covers...
Yeah, it being able to cover Landorus is huge.
Also deals with Moltres very well.
Yeah, it does, and that's why they brought it. It scared me.
But yeah, like you said, Metagross Feeny, pretty common. As we see on the other little side part of this, 40 Feenies in the total, 540 Pokemon.
Oh, you're looking at 40 out of 90 teams.
Not every team can... 40 Pokemon out of the total 540.
Yeah, which is... The percentage is what I'm looking at.
Is what's on teams, yeah. I'm looking at the number.
Okay.
Because the number tells you more than this percentage does.
Does it?
Yes.
Why?
Specifically because it works out. Percentages are weird because you don't know what out of percentage is what. 90 is... 44% of 90 is what, off the top of your head?
40.
But if you just saw 44% like the Players' Cup people do, you don't know that.
True.
Whereas I can tell you there's 540 Mons because there's 90 players, 40 of the Pokemon in that group are Tapu Fini.
Yeah, sure.
So that means out of the 540, there's 40. It's a number people can understand better, don't have to sit there and punch into a calculator.
True. Lots of Ensign.
I'm not surprised by that either.
I'm surprised it's higher than Lando by that much.
Fake out is the only reason why.
But that much of a margin.
If you give Landorus Fake Out, I'm pretty sure Landorus swaps over to be the better one.
Well,
because it hasn't
we not. Can we actually not and say we did?
So 29 total on of the 540 for Incineroar. Metagross at 25.
Not
total.
Really surprised by that
either. Rillaboom comes up 4th here. One less.
One does kind of surprise me.
If you take both Rillaboom and Kartana and just mash them together, because they're pretty much in the same slot. Here's my obligatory grass type that I have to have.
Doesn't Kartana also get Grassy Glide?
No.
Does it actually not?
I don't think it did.
I thought it was one of the few ones that did get a move.
I don't think it did.
Here, let me just
double check it.
I literally have showed up.
Because otherwise they'd be running Grassy Glide probably. I believe Leaf Blade is the grass type move they have.
No Grassy Glide.
Yeah. They run Leaf Blade for sure. It's just 90 power high crit. But that's how they balanced Kartana.
I've been watching Pokemon Challenges play through Radical Red, which is a new ROM hack where everything is retroactively added, and there's also 120 teams or something ridiculous. And one of those is Grassy Glide, and I'm pretty sure you can get it on Kartana in that game. You can also get Bolt Beak on Zapdos. Do I have your attention?
Goodness gracious.
Why? There's a lot of really cool things. I've also heard it's insanely hard.
Oh, I bet. Bolt Beak on Zapdos? Yeah, that would do it. There's a reason the fossils are fairly slow.
He was I was watching him today, and just like, what does this move even do? He's like,
punches people. That's
like,
what it does.
He's like, too bad we're special. Otherwise, that'd be real good for us.
Yeah.
So Moltres.
Yeah, Moltres.
It really interesting here is the amount of dark types here, like in this pairing with Moltres, Tyranitar, and Urshifu.
It's because Tapu Fini is a fairy type, but not really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean the big thing is like
it's not a Togekiss. Like
all of these can also deal pretty significant damage to like everything above them.
Yeah.
Granted, like Moltres, I am in love with right now, so like I am gonna praise it as much as I possibly can. But like Tyranitar also hits Incineroar. It can hit Metagross. Rillaboom, not so much. We can have like Fire Punch if you really want to go deep.
That's actually what most Tyranitars run on their last move. It's like here's Lash Out, here's Rock Slide, here's Fire Punch, and then Protect your Dragon Dance,
which isn't bad
because you don't have to have the fighting coverage anymore.
Yeah, that's the big thing. It's like it's good against like opposing Tyranitars, but
yeah. How many more Tyranitars are you going to see usually? Usually you'll see one.
Well, in my group,
in your group, I don't know how you hit that. You hit both. You hit 2 of the 17 right there in the same group. That's insane.
It was scary, man. I was terrified. And then, like, granted, Urshifu is picking up in popularity again. So I'm really not surprised to see it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not higher. If you want me to be honest.
Togekiss definitely helps Urshifu a lot.
Like you said, Fini is a fairy type, but it's not known for its fairy typing.
They run Moonblast, and that's what it is.
But like also, Urshifu doesn't line up well against Fini.
Yeah, you don't bring Urshifu against it anyway.
That's why you have more teammates, though.
Exactly.
That's why
you have the Rotom Heats
and your Nihiligos and whatever else is in that core. Thundurus.
Kartana.
Yeah, there we go.
That's the one.
Like, hey,
Silent K.
the one Mon that really troubles exactly Urshifu, but Urshifu does so much more for the format.
Yeah, like Urshifu.
We should probably have some answers to it.
Yeah, Urshifu just hits everything else. Thundurus, you learned what Thundurus did the other day.
Yeah, it's not Prankster?
No, it's not. I know I said this before, that Defiant
I have never heard you say it until afterwards.
I know I've said it at some point. Somewhere.
Someone go fact check that for me and let me know that I'm wrong. This is why we have listeners, so they can do this, so I don't have to.
I know I talked about it because we talked about it in the Players' Cup stuff last week.
Pretty sure you're making stuff up.
But Defiant Life Orb Thundurus hits like a truck.
Yep. My first match, I'm just like, all right, cool. I have Taunt on my Zapdos, my Moltres, so I can just stop this thing from doing prankster things. It'll be great. And so I lead it, and then they Dynamax, and I'm like,
click!
Oh! we have a problem. I lost that game.
I'm not surprised. Then Landorus and Comfey at 15 total each. Landorus being probably with the Sand teams, and Comfey more being paired with Moltres. But that means that there's Moltres without Comfey, which is something I've been kind of trending towards.
It's fine.
Like, you don't have to have the Comfey sitting there. It's very predictable when you see the Comfey. They know what's going to happen.
It is very obvious what is going on.
The other current popular pairing is Togedemaru, which I'm not sure why Togedemaru and not like a Raichu. Probably because Togedemaru's special attack is just like garbage.
I mean, it basically does the same thing as Raichu, but you just have that extra typing. But honestly, it's kind of a hindrance. If you want me to be 100% honest.
You get the spiky shield, people. That's like the only other thing. That's like the only other thing I can think of is you get the spiky shield.
But like, yeah. I'm assuming you're just like volt switching off your...
Yeah, you literally just volt switch, and I think, like I said, it has lower special attack than Raichu does. So that's like probably why.
I don't care for it.
I'd rather have Comfey.
The thing that Comfey does is it keeps your entire team healthy.
Yeah.
If you play against Comfey, you need to take it out.
Yep.
It is the biggest threat on your team. And people don't realize that.
And
people want to target down the Moltres.
Just keep it bulky.
People want to target down the Moltres, and then guess what happens? You just get back up to full health, get another Berserk trigger, and then you lose another Mon. We'll get a ping.
Sometimes they just ping tofu, so I actually don't get to see it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's lame.
Yeah. Instead of doing what they're supposed to do and ping mod, they just ping tofu or ping sweet, and I don't see it, so I have to go digging for it. 14 Reggie Lecky. I expected this number to be higher.
Honestly, I'm not surprised by this. Eliki has kind of fallen off. Like, obviously, it's the king of speed. If that's what you need to do and go fast, it's the thing to do it.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about it, though, is it really does two things. It sets screens or carries choice specs. And that's really it. So it depends on what your team is doing as to what this is doing.
Yeah.
And something like Coco or your other, like, bulky electric types, like Raichu, I guess, is not actually that bulky, but, your support electric types.
Support electric, yeah.
They have more diverse
utility.
Yeah, diverse utility. Like, Coco does everything that Eliki wants to with more bulk.
Yeah. Speaking of Coco, I can't remember how many there are. I think there's a couple.
Just do the thing.
Tapu Coco. 5. There's 5 of them.
Neat.
You are not the only Tapu Koko.
I'm not honestly surprised by that. I would be interested in seeing what other electric types there are, like, specifically what they are doing.
Yeah.
What they're doing instead of Eliki.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good, but compared to where it was week 1, it is definitely trending downward.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you need to be sped crept on your Mons to be able to outspeed it.
Yeah.
Like, you need to be aware that it exists and what it does, but I don't think you need a coherent game plan to beat it every time, as opposed to just, alright, I know this exists, I am coherent, and I am understanding of it, and that's good enough.
Yep. Next up here, Glastrier and Dragapult both at 13 apiece. Glastrier, not again another one that I'm not surprised doesn't have more. I expected it to be closer to like T-Tar range.
Same.
Because it is such a strong Trick Room mod. How many stack attackers were there?
Oh, we got a result.
Dang.
Come on, Jiggly.
But he did the one thing he needed to do.
Yep, he got a point.
He got a point, and that's what he needed. He needed the point. He got it. Okay. So, go and dig this in.
Looks like they already got it in.
Yeah. So,
I don't think Jiggly can make it now.
It depends on here, I think.
LTPZ.
Because I think his one loss currently is to Adam. So I believe he holds the tiebreaker then. So yeah, so it's going to be one LRL and the Hopkinsville Goblin.
Yep.
It's one of these two. It's not going to be anybody else below him.
Notably, Jiggly also has the tiebreaker against Adam.
Yeah.
Because he ended up beating him.
Yeah, if he beat Adam, he's one of Adam's losses. So.
Man, real close.
Yeah. Yeah, that loss knocked Jiggly out because that means LTPZ has the tiebreaker over Jiggly.
Yep.
But that means that group's pretty much done now.
Yep, they have one match, which I believe they said they're playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
But more importantly, only one PSP guy advancing.
Yep. Only one PSP guy. We're getting there.
I'm interested in talking next week about our conversion rates as to where, PSP makes up 61% of the field because obviously they're the most popular one of the three of us. So I'm interested in seeing if they're making up that 60% of Top Cut.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling we're going to be making up a little more than 24%.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I have this hunch, man.
Back to the Trick Room thing. I was going to look up Stack Attacka.
Yeah, show me Stack Attacka.
Show me a Stack Attacka. Stack. Show me the stack. 7. Okay, that's probably where the rest of them are at.
7 Stack Attacka, 7 Cresselia. Interesting.
I wonder if there's like Stack Attack. I wonder how many Stack Attacka like
horse
there are. 2 Stack Attacker Cresselias.
Articuno Stack Attacka.
Articuno, because it gets to do the Trick Room Imprison thing if it wants to.
Yeah.
Iron Ball. I don't see any.
I don't see any Stack Attacka horse.
So that's probably where our other 7 are at, and that would put it in the number range that I would be expecting.
That's weird, man.
Stack Attacka is good.
I'm real surprised by no Stack Attacka horse.
Notably, Stack Attacka. It's like the only difference is you're not like completely blown out by fire types. You actually like have rock stab to like hit somebody with it. You're also slower than Glastrier. You can deal with it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So I feel like Stack Attack is more like a counter to Glastrier than a secondary option towards it.
And like the big thing is, my problem with Stack Attacka is it's its own setter. So I feel like it has a lot of that 4 move syndrome, where like it wants to do more than it can.
Well, the good news is its coverage is garbage.
Oh, is it?
You get body press, you get like steel gyro ball or heavy slam, and then you get like a rock type move, and that's literally all you need.
No protect, no nothing.
You Dynamax it, and you just have max guard
if you need to. Yeah.
Which the cool combo is the copycat thing, like you do with Hatterene, and that's what makes it cool. It's like it's a physical Hatterene
that also beats up opposing Hatterenes. I'm interested. Can you pull up Hatterene's numbers for me?
They're probably non-existent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Hatterene is probably non-existent.
What are you talking about? There's 3 of them next to DD female. I'm pretty sure there's only 3 of them.
All 3 of them. All 3 of them next to Hatterene.
Not surprised by that.
I believe
who knew that pairing was still like viable.
I believe there was 3 Stack Attacka within DD female as well.
I wonder if there's Stack Attacka next to Hatterene. Can you do that? Does it exist? Whimsicott?
Nope. There's no Stack Attacka Hatterene. Is there a Hatterene Stack Attacka? Nope. There isn't.
Lame.
So...
Not surprised by that.
Not surprised at all, actually.
It's whatever.
But yeah. Next up, the pairing of... Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about Dragapult.
It's Dragapult, man. It's been around since Series 1. Everyone knows what this thing does at this point. By that, I mean it does everything.
It's still the fact that it still has a place here after seeing so much ice coverage pick up because Landorus is a thing.
People are packing their ice types, man.
Ice Punch.
And by that, I mean they have literally Glastrier as their only ice type here.
Like Glastrier itself, and Metagross with Ice Punch, and Mamoswine. You'd think this, you'd see less Dragapult for sure.
Metagross got a Thunder Punch of Feeny. It felt great.
I bet that felt great.
It felt so good.
But yeah, having Dusclops as the pair with Glastrier most of the time because you get to break your Glastrier to proc your weakness policy if you have it. You could also Rock Tomb.
Yeah.
If
Which
you really
then makes you slower than Stack Attack, I believe.
Yeah, it does.
It's going to be real close.
It's real close, actually.
I don't want to do the math. Someone comment down below and tell me I'm wrong.
20, I think.
I thought it got to 13.
Its base is 13.
Which I believe puts it at 13. Stacka. Taka. Let's see. We want... Let's just do Brave because it's the closest one. Zero. 16.
16.
Close.
Okay.
I was real close.
And then last year's 30 base? 35 base?
It is 30. It is 30.
Okay. So then min for that is 27? No.
31.
31.
So then you're
times 0.67. Times 0.67 after -1.
20. 21.
Yeah, you're still not understanding.
Well, how is that truncated? Is it rounded down? It always rounds down, right? Okay.
Down.
So yeah, 20.
You could speed type Torkoal.
That's cute.
Yeah. So you can't get slower than Stack Attack, which I'm actually kind of not surprised, but you do get... It's mainly for Torkoal. Torkoal's the scary one.
I tell you, I ran into weakness policy Torkoal on ladder.
No. That's a new one.
They were doing that where they were rock tubing to then underspeed Stack Attack.
That one you can get away with. Because you'll go down to I think you go down to 16.
I think.
Because I think you can speed tie. But yeah, Dusclops.
You get to 13.
Oh, you get to 13.
You underspeed it.
Yep.
Get them.
But yeah, Dusclops is picking it back up mainly because a lot of the counters Trick Room are steel types. There's a lot of steel types in the format, a lot of dark types in the format.
You notice it's the top rated Trick Room setter here?
No. Yeah, it is.
Oh, no, Comfy. I lied.
I was about to say, it's like Comfy gets it. I'm just like, what are you talking about? Comfy beats it. I'm like, Comfy's sitting there, just like,
I'm interested in seeing how many Comfys actually have Trick Room, though.
Well, that would be something we'd have to go digging for.
And I don't feel like
I don't want to go dig that. I am interested in
especially since I'm still playing. I don't want to dig into actual team reports or anything like that yet. 3P2.
3P2. That's not terrible.
That's about.
That's about where I would expect, to be honest. Probably. Not P2 has definitely fallen out of favor because the format is a lot bulkier. P2 dealing damage isn't as important as it was in Series 5. Heatran at 11 total count here. Heatran being probably one of the better fire types in the format, being able to just absorb fire type attacks with Flash Fire.
Really important if there's going to be Rotom Heat run around.
Yeah, like Rotom Heat, Incineroar, Heat Wave on Zapdos, things like that. And last year in the top 20, I think what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
19?
19?
Come on, Evan. You could have made it 20.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, it's 19.
Come on, Evan. You could have skewed the numbers a little bit for us.
So, Raichu would be the next one. Would be number 20. Would be Raichu.
Okay. I'll take that.
Total. At 9 total ones. But at 10 here, we have Tornadus and Clefairy.
Tornadus is primarily the prankster.
That's the one that's the prankster one, because it doesn't do anything else otherwise.
I also had a single Clef in my pod. They were next to Dragapult and Excadrill, I think. Yeah. I was like, man, I really don't feel good if they're just gonna Dragon Dance or Swords Dance me. If they do either of that, I am really dead. And they didn't. It's okay, I feel so good about my life choices right now.
But yeah, that's kind of been the rundown of this.
Clefairy can take 3 Sacred Fires before it dies.
Yeah, Clefairy's bulky.
Entei also is not invested into attack, so
that would also help. Out of the 540, we had 95 total unique Mons. I believe that is counting Landorus, Therian, and Landorus.
I believe that's counting forms individually. I could be wrong. I don't know how Evan did this. I know Evan did all of his numbers by hand.
Well, this is the updated one. This was the updated one.
Oh, this is?
This is after Tim's program. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why Urshifu had an extra little bump and some of the things. That's why we have 95 different, 95 of the 540 were flying types. 89 of the 540 were dark types, things like that.
I'm interested in seeing. I was getting ready to say I'm interested in seeing how many of those overlap, and then I realized Moltres is literally on the chart.
18 of them.
I'm really smart, man.
Plus anything else. I don't know if there's any other dark flying types in the format right now.
Mandibuzz.
Yeah, you can do that.
The one that comes to mind.
You can do Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is a Pokemon.
I played it in Draft League. Man, I was thinking about it. Tiff was asking about this the other day. She's like, so how good would Moltres have been if you had a draft like insane?
Busted. Just levels of busted through the roof. Imagine if we had let Crown Tundra and like all of Series 7 would have happened. Oh my god.
Fairy would have got a big bump. Flying would have gotten a big one. Dragon. Like, I think those three are like the big ones.
Steel's another one because you get Kartana and Metagross. You get better coverage mons.
Yep. I'm sure Ro would like him Ice Horse.
Oh, of course. Flying, like we said, was the big one because you get the genies.
You get all the genies. Birds. You get all the bird variants, too.
Yeah, there's so many variants.
So, I mean, that's 9 new typings right there.
Also, basically. Dragonite.
Yeah.
So you get the Dragonite things.
Did they have a flying dragon before that? I don't think so.
No.
Because we got Dragonite and Salamence through
and
Crown
Altaria.
Tundra.
We got all three of them through Crown Tundra.
It still confuses me that Altaria...
Oh, and Rayquaza, but that's a box of
yeah.
Which I'm excited for the draft league to get to do that in.
I am very excited for Uber League.
That will probably be after Christmas.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that at all on the podcast yet.
The Uber League, the Uber League, which we'll have to probably do like WBE does their drafts and tier things, so people just don't get a bunch of powerful stuff in one go.
Yep, that's probably how we're gonna do it. Are we gonna allow mythicals?
No, not the mythicals.
Lame. Also, I learned something. Did you know if Glastrier, or Spectre in this case, knocks out their partner, it still gets a boost?
Yeah.
Does that work for Moxie? Or is Moxie only opponents?
Moxie, I believe, works the same way.
Because I didn't know that until...
Yeah, the Spectre one I knew because... the Spectre and Glastrier one I knew because I accidentally bulldozed my own Pokemon out.
You know, I learned yesterday that Spectre gets bulldozed.
I told you that one too.
Yeah, that was a few weeks ago though, so I forgot about it. Because I led like Coco Entei in front of Spectre Metagross. I'm just like, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just set up my screens, no big deal. And then I'm like,
get bopped.
I'm like, I know the Spectre has taunt.
Like, you were freaking out about that.
After I locked in, I'm like, oh my god, they're just gonna taunt my Coco, and I'm gonna look stupid because I already revealed screens. And then it goes for bulldoze. I'm like, oh god, I'm okay. And then, policy triggered. I'm like, I don't even care about that. Take your burn. Here's my screens.
Don't even care. But yeah, this event has been a lot of fun, and
it has been a blast.
We're looking forward to doing more of these in the future. Definitely excited for more of these.
I love data, so being able to access stuff like this and just be like, here's all this stuff for you.
Here's all this data. Here's all these numbers.
Especially since Tim wrote a custom program, you just plug in the Excel sheet and it prints it out for us. Mm-hmm. Like, here's every type combination. Here's everything you need to know. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
It's like, all right, thanks, man.
Ta-da-da-da. Okay.
So big shout out to Tim for being able to do that. It's going to make things in the future so much easier.
Yeah. As long as we just follow the same format and keep doing this, like every one of these that we do after this is going to be so easy.
I'm legitimately...
Which, honestly, we'll probably start doing the same thing for Rumbles if they get popular.
For sure.
Because it's just easier for us to just here's all the data, and then they don't have to spend all the time counting like we've been doing. They can just slap it all on a thing.
Yep.
Because still counting 50 for 10 people counting 60 Pokemon is a lot.
Yeah.
You ready to move on to our other news? Other news for this week?
So, for those who don't know, I have been following Jeff Hoogland on, before I even knew he was on Twitch, for years on the Star City Games Magic circuit. He was very popular there, playing very off-the-wall decks and doing exceptionally well there. I've been subscribed to Jeff on Twitch for 2.5 years or whatever.
A while.
Even though I don't even play Magic anymore, I just enjoy his content to a point where I am willing to pay him money to continue to do his content.
Yeah.
So, as a result of that, I'm also in his subscriber Discord, and so yesterday, after going 5-0, I'm like, hey, I posted on there, I'm like, hey, I've been running this tournament this week with a bunch of extra help. We had 90 people. I'm the first 5-0 player. Like, this is awesome. And then about 5 minutes after I post it, I get a DM from him saying, hey, next week, would you be willing to come on stream to help me learn Pokemon? It's like, well, of course.
Well,
like,
yeah, it's obvious.
Not only do I absolutely love your content as is, but like I also get to outreach to however many people are going to hear this for the first time. Like,
exactly.
This is great. I am all
teach
for
everyone
this.
about the wonderful world of VGC, because I feel like it takes a lot of like this strategy out of Magic. Just like your team, what your deck what your deck does, what your deck's capable of. This is kind of the same situation where your team, what you're doing with it, what your limits are, what your outs you need to play to are, and things like that. So I feel like it'll translate well to some of his like TCG content, where it's kind of the same way.
Yep. So, for those who are interested, that's twitch.tv/Jeff Hoogland. I'm going to be on Tuesday night at 7, I believe. I believe he's going to run from like 7 to 10, and we're going to be laddering. I asked Jeff, I'm like, hey, is there any Pokemon that you really like that I can throw something together for you? And he gave me a list of like 4 or 5, and well,
we have a Golduck Rain team with Scizor on it.
Jeff likes Golduck, so we're playing Golduck.
We're playing with some Golduck here. So we are a special Golduck with Life Orb. I believe that's just enough speed to outspeed. That
is enough speed to outspeed Jolly Eliki.
Okay.
That is max speed Jolly Eliki we can outpace.
Okay.
so this is the fastest thing in the format.
Deal.
Did you know that
it's on par with Dracovish?
Yeah, Eliki is not the thing you need to worry about. It's actually Golduck.
So we are a timid nature because we're special with Psychic Skull, Protect, and Ice Beam. I'm assuming this thing probably still hits like a truck.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
It probably hits like a truck.
I'm sure it hits. I have done 0 damage calcs.
Well, you don't have to worry about that. I was more interested in like seeing.
Did you know it's not even listed on Pikalytics?
Damn.
If you go to, I think it's, is it Showdown or is it Switch? Whichever one, it's listed there.
Base special attack is 95, so that's actually, like, that's Kingdra.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's Kingdra.
Damage.
Okay, so this thing is just, like, Kingdra level. Okay, so this is comparable then. Okay, I can figure that out.
So, notably, this is our main Dynamax target.
Yeah.
You don't want to click Ice Beam, though, because then you go slow. So
sometimes that's helpful.
Yeah, like, that third slot was kind of... Like, I really want ice coverage.
You get Focus Blast, but that doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah.
But it boosts your Scizor and your Rillaboom.
Yeah, maybe. But, like, I also want to be able to just smack on all the dragons. So, I don't know. There's a lot of dragons, there's a lot of ground types, there's a lot of flying types running around. I want to be able to smack them all.
Mm-hmm.
Notably, we can probably one-shot Moltres. I don't know. I haven't done calcs. Well, I know we can one-shot Moltres because we have fake tears on our Whimsicott. So
that helps. That helps a ton, yeah. We get to outspeed it, but, like, do we actually outspeed it? Like, what did we determine? We determined it was 110. What's the average set on our Moltres now? Can we outspeed it?
Pull up Pikalytics for me.
Thankfully, we're not a Psychic type.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's a big thing. I was like, thankfully we're not actually Psychic, and we just...
Yep.
Moltres... They normally do 132 on speed.
Which puts you at what?
You said base is 110?
Yeah, I got it.
I think it's like 140 almost?
127.
Yeah, so...
And we are... Can you pull back up the Golduck for me?
Golduck, you said, was just enough to outspeed Jolly Eleki. Jolly Eleki is much faster if we get to do the rain thing.
Yeah, but without rain is what I'm worried about.
Without rain...
What's the EV on it?
I could probably do the math for that one. 172. If you're just outspeeding Jolly Eleki's like... Or Timid Eleki, actually, is... What you're actually...
Oh, yeah, we're way faster. This puts us to 139.
Okay, then yeah. we're fine there. So we get to do that.
Bang. So even if we, so if we lead Whimsicott, Golduck, we can fake. No, we can't fake tears.
Prankster because.
Yep. Awkward.
Ice Beam.
Is this just a standard set?
This is Choice Scarf. So we want Life Orb. We're timid. 252 special attack. We deal about half.
And if we're Dynamaxed? We still don't OHKO?
No.
Oh.
It's not stab.
I know, but still. I expected that to do a little more.
You're Kingdra. Kingdra doesn't OHKO a lot of things, actually.
Huh. That's sweet. Okay, cool. Evidently, the Nuzlocke fever is spread.
Good. Good. Also, it's on red and blue. So it's even scarier. Gen 1 Hacks is... As a person who speedran the game, Gen 1 Hacks is scary.
Awful, man. As a man who's played a bunch of randomizers, it is the worst part of that game.
Yeah, it's scary.
But can they deal with us is the question.
Well, you're faster, so you're going to do this.
No.
And if we Dynamax, they get real close. I believe after Life Orb, that takes you out.
Life Orb is going to do 5%.
If they high roll, yeah, we'll put it. But then they can just double into you, though.
Because Life Orb, I learned this last week.
That's incorrect, because we take them to half.
Well, that's sad. So
we won't take them. This won't take them to half immediately, but after their Draining Kiss plus that.
So actually, it's correct to not Hailstorm. It's correct to Geyser them instead.
Which that's Scald.
Yeah. Yeah, 20%. It's not awful. Or 30%.
Rain Boost. That's not doing anything, but that shouldn't matter. Rain does matter there. Oh, because Cloud Nine's on. There we go.
Not enough to trigger Berserk.
Not enough to trigger Berserk, but if they do the Comfey thing, then yeah, it will trigger Berserk. Because the Draining Kiss will put him in range for that. So hope you don't high roll. But if they just go to +2, we don't die. Also, this is like max speed.
Which we are not. 172, I think, is the number.
Yep. Yeah. And then the rest go into HP, which is 84. So we don't.
Oh yeah, we live by a mile. We're fine.
We live +2.
We're fine.
We live +2 by a mile. +3 is still scary though.
We need a real low roll on that one.
But this is why we're doing this. It's just looking at this is just like whatnot and trying to figure out you need to know the limits of your team. That's the big thing for Pokemon is just like know what your team can do, know what you can beat, and go back and forth from there.
Well, not only that, but like we have other mons besides Golduck too. Like we have Zapdos that can deal with it too.
Zapdos probably can hit it like a truck.
I'm real sad that we can't fake tears it. Definitely forgot about that until this.
If you get rid of Prankster, you can.
You're right. Let's just run.
What's the other ability on Whimsicott?
Infiltrator?
Yes, I think that's actually it.
I'm pretty sure that's his ability, though.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's it, actually, is Infiltrator. Chlorophyll.
It gives Chlorophyll?
Yeah. Infiltrator, Chlorophyll, Prankster.
Neat.
Which none of this is actually like locked in yet. Whimsicott could probably change into something else. Just what's the fastest fake tears in the game? Actually, you don't have to be the fastest fake tears in the game. You just have to be.
We have to be faster than Moltres.
Just faster than Moltres.
Let's find out together.
Well, while you're looking at that, I'm going to talk about the rest of this core here because we have Politoed with Citrus Berry here to be our range setter. Protect, Icy Wind, Helping Hand, and Scald. We didn't do the calcs for Icy Wind for a Helping Hand Ice Beam.
Jolteon?
Oh,
that one's
neat.
fast.
That one's fast.
Weavile.
I don't like Weavile.
Alolan Persian.
Ooh, now that one I like. I like that.
Why
one.
is it so fast?
Because it's a Persian.
You also get taunt.
Yeah. You get quashed too. As the person who played with the Alolan Persian a ton, fur coat makes you bulky.
So
you also get burning jealousy.
We get fake tears and taunt, which, narrowing that down, we have Weavile, Salazzle, Whimsicott, Persian, and then Sneasel. That's the 5 fastest.
I like Persian. I like Sneasel.
Yeah, I don't hate either of those. I mean, Weavile or Sneasel are both carrying Sash. So
Sneasel could also be Eviolite, but
do we need it to be?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, it still dies to a ham sandwich.
It's the thing that happens. You can do that. You have to think about that.
The big thing is it's immune to Fake Out.
Yeah, that's where I was big. The big one was like,
but see, here's the big problem. I don't have a shiny Sneasel. I have a shiny Weavile, and I have a shiny Persian.
I like the shiny Persian.
I actually do too.
I like the Persian idea just because it's like there's Quash, Taunt, Fake Tears, Burning Jealousies on there. It's a Fake Out user.
Which actually could be important, especially because then we can cut Fake Out from Rillaboom.
Mm-hmm. Then Rillaboom just becomes this really good, bulky punch 'em.
Punch 'em. Which is what Rillaboom's good at.
Yeah. Rillaboom said here's Grassy Glide, Protect, Fake Out, Woodhammer, which this Fake Out would probably drop for like Superpower.
Notably, if we cut Whimsicott, that actually removes another fire weakness.
Which is good.
Yeah, so actually putting in Persian there is actually looking.
We'll probably have the updated team graphic on there.
Yeah,
on screen.
I mean, who knows?
Somewhere above me, beside me.
It's
no. By the way, there you go.
Yeah, there. That's probably updated. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have probably an updated. We'll probably have a rental code by the time this goes out.
Oh, if not, Jeff is probably going to be.
You're going to have a rental code.
Yeah.
But Politoed here to set our rain. Rillaboom as our grassy support. Zapdos doubles as both fire, electric, and flying coverage. Assault Vest here, max HP, max special attack, 4 in speed, just to outspeed the non-invested 100s. Modest still hits like a truck.
Plus, like, Whimsicott was originally here for, like, Tailwind. And it was just like, well, we don't need Tailwind. So...
Yeah. And so instead, we're going to do Fake Out things with Scizor, probably. Scizor here is another one of Jeff's favorites. Choice Band, Bullet Punch, Dual Wing Beat, Brick Break, and U-Turn. Just enough bulk into it that we don't just go down to a ham sandwich.
There was something I was working on the other day that also hits that magic 200 stat, and I think it was special attack, and I can't remember what it was. It's like, man, I kind of want to put specs on that, but I can't remember what it was now.
You'll think of it.
Yeah, I will.
Scizor Banded hits like a truck no matter what, and a lot of its Bullet Punch, Dual Wing Beat specifically, both trigger Technician, which just give you that extra boost in power that you need. But yeah, this is what we're going to start Jeff with.
Well, especially because he is new to the game. I just want him to be like, hey, you can play whatever you want and it still be like competitive.
Yeah, you still.
It's just not the most viable thing out there.
There's other things you can play.
Yep, just because it's not the best doesn't mean you can't play it. Like, it's not like in Magic where you have to play the best thing or be prepared for the best thing, and that's it. Yep. Also, it was Heatran. Heatran has that magic 130 stat and special attack.
That would do it. Let's slap a choice specs. That's the one where you want to be max speed. As fast as you possibly get that Heatran would be good.
Yeah.
So we're starting him off with the Golduck team, but we're moving on to probably one of the stronger hyper offensive teams in the format right now, which the server has doubly named Nut. Because it is Kartana, Nihilego, Urshifu, and Thundurus is like the big damage dealers.
So I believe the Nut name originally comes from Moxie Boosted. Because he did a video over Urshifu, and he referred to it as Nut. I'm like, I'm never going to refer to it as that. That's stupid. And then everyone in the server started doing it. I'm like, I still hate this. This is stupid.
So the team here is... The idea is Nihilego gets to do Meteor Beam things with Power Herb and just blow people up with its insane special attack stat.
Yep.
Getting a free... Meteor Beam is a +1, right?
Yeah.
So you go to just insane even more after a Meteor Beam, and then you can just Dynamax it if you want to, or you can just leave it alone and just Sludge Bomb things.
You know what's really great? Being able to Dynamax and Max Ooze away Tap Ooze, getting your special attack boost, and then getting a special attack boost.
Yeah. Like, Meteor Beam +1 will most likely KO something.
I can't imagine it doesn't.
So then you get your Beast Boost.
And then you get to go to +2.
And then you get Dynamax.
And you go to +4.
It's just insane.
You see where this is going.
The problem out of control.
Is your defense is like 7.
Yeah.
I know it's better than Chansey's, but I don't know how much better.
Working along this team sheet here, we have a Friend Guard, Eviolite, Clefairy. Clefairy is real important when a lot of your Pokemon's defenses are garbage. And that's putting it lightly. Kartana's special defense is terrible. Nihilego's physical defense is terrible. So having Clefairy here to be able to redirect attacks and kind of help bulk them up with Friend Guard is super important. Also, just Helping Hand to just pick up KOs is insane, and then Moonblast is just kind of like coverage, so he can't get taunt locked, because there's a lot of taunt running around right now still.
Yep.
Kartana here, Assault Vest, which is probably the most common Kartana set you'll see right now. Leaf Blade, Smart Strike, Aerial Ace, Sacred Sword. This is a Dynamax target for sure. Being able to boost our defenses, boost our attack, boost our speed, and set up the grassy terrain just to help give us some boosted stab Leaf Blades later on down the line is what makes Kartana really, really strong. The last three here, Thunderous, Defiant, we talked about this a lot already. Wild Charge, Fly, Superpower, Protect. This hits like a truck, no matter who sits in front of it.
You know Thunderous gets Defiant?
What am I going to do with you? Oh my goodness.
I've been waiting for a solid like 2 minutes to say that.
Rotom Heat, again, also hits just everything in the format. Protect, Overheat, Thunderbolt, Nasty Plot here. You could honestly argue to put this as Will-O-Wisp instead of Nasty Plot.
I like Willow. I really like Willow in this format.
Having Nasty Plot means they just get to follow me Nasty Plot sometimes and then just go, which again means Rotom gets to go big, you're at +2, and you're hitting everything in the format with some kind of non-resistant damage. And lastly here, Urshifu with Choice Band. This Urshifu...
You want to talk about things that hit like a truck, man.
Wicked Blow, Sucker Punch, Poison Jab for Fairy types, and Close Combat. Also, notably, you can max your Urshifu, max Ooze a Fairy type, and boost your Nihilego even more. Let's go. This is probably going to be the other team that Jeff plays on Tuesday, and I don't know if we're going to get a third one. Probably, maybe if we do your PokePod Cup team, maybe.
Yep. So, Jeff plans on streaming for, I believe his evening segment is 3 hours. That'd be an hour for each team, which is...
That's a lot, honestly.
I mean, that's probably about what he would like. I'll probably throw that together. He's also a huge fan of Sandslash, so I've been kind of working on Alolan Sandslash next to, like, either of the weather setters, either of the hail setters. And then the big question is like, what else do we do? Because, like, there was a hail team that Aaron Zeng played that had Scarf Vanillux next to Terrakion, because Vanillux gets beat up.
Yeah.
I'm like, alright, well, that's super cool. We can throw that on there. And then next thing you know, I have, like, 6 weaknesses to fighting. So it's like, well, alright, let's back this up some.
Well, it doesn't help that your Snow Setter and your Snow Abuser are both weak to fighting types right then and there.
Yeah, which also is a slight problem. So I want to figure something out, because I think he would also enjoy that, because, again, it's cute. but I also want him to enjoy the game because it's good. Yeah. So it's that weird balance of...
Yeah, we're going to find the balance of, here's what you can do, but here's what's really good, because had he asked to play in Series 6, I feel like he would have just been, like, hooked. But asking to jump in on Series 7 is a daunting task for sure.
I feel like he would have liked PZ.
I think he would have liked Porygon Z a lot.
I miss PZ so much, man. I think I tell you this at least once a week, if not on the podcast, then through, like, message. I'm just like, man, I want to play it again, but I know it's not good anymore.
That's why you just play Thundurus.
Yeah, but that's not PZ.
Yeah, it's close enough. It's PZ with upside. It has an immunity.
I'm trying to watch Karibo, and it won't work.
Let's get through this first, and then you can...
then I can watch him.
And then we can go watch Karibo.
So, what else we got, man?
I think that's actually it.
I actually think that's it, too.
Because we got both of our teams, we got through the PokePod stuff. I can't think of any other announcements going on right now. Yeah,
so make sure you go and check out Jeff and myself on his stream Tuesday night at 7.
Jeff's stuff will be below.
Yep, all his social media stuff and all that will be down below. Let's see. Am I doing our outro? Are we getting out of here?
I think we're done.
All right. So, as always, if you're listening on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notification when new stuff goes live. Leave a like, leave a comment down below. Probably talking about, there's probably like 6 discrepancies that Carl has said in this video that I've disagreed with. So just prove me wrong, because I know that's how this is going to work. Let's see. And then we have our Discord. Make sure you come and join our Discord. It's great. People are great. I love all of them. That's going to be down in the description. Carl and I are both on Twitch. You can follow us there at Mr. Missouri 25 and at Musical. And then we're also on Twitter. So that's at LR Lessons for the podcast and all of our stuff related to it. If you want really bad sports takes and stuff from me, that's at CardinOble25. And Carl doesn't really tweet a lot. It's a lot of just, hey, this is...
I'm more managing the Littleroot Lessons one more than my own.
So, but you know... There's the occasional stuff from him.
My Reddit account is just the Littleroot Lessons Reddit account.
It really is at this point.
Like, that's all I do. A lot of my social media accounts are just Littleroot Lessons accounts now.
Yeah, basically.
Like, I don't even watch things on my own YouTube account now. I just watch everything on Littleroot Lessons because I'm always logged in on that, looking for comments and answering things like that, which... 100 subscribers today. Well, as on Thursday.
Yeah, we hit 100 subscribers.
Finally.
So if you're not subscribed... Hit the button. It really does help us out a lot.
There's about 30%.
Obviously, subscribers, likes, comments, all that stuff. It really does help us and helps more people get our content as well. So,
yep.
I think that's it, man. I think we're getting out of here.
Yeah, let's go get some food.
All right. Y'all have a good one. We'll be back next week. Peace.